I wrote, so I put it here. If you click here, it'll take you, it's 10 pages, a 10-page Google Doc. I spent all day writing this, basically on my philosophy, on my atomic problem philosophy, um, some examples of real life atomic problems and what you could build if you wanted to help someone with that. How many examples did I make? I made 10. And then there's 5 steps. You start with a niche, 5 steps to turn your atomic problem into a profitable business with Buildy and deep research.
Yeah.
Um,
Or they can just use your tool, right?
yep. Yeah.
Okay.
So go back over to my tool. What you're going to start with is you're going to start with your niche. And our niche was, I'll be very general, weight loss. That's all we need. But if you're having trouble finding a niche, I have some examples here. So you click lifter, it'll give you examples if you can't find one. You just keep refreshing these into view. So I play around with this. Sometimes it'll make really interesting, in my opinion, profitable niches you could choose. So here are some of the examples.
Yeah. And by the way, if you guys want to be able to make AI powered apps like the one that Nick has right over here, you can make your own. It does require you to upgrade to a pro plan. So that's yet another reason to upgrade so that you can make apps just like the one that Nick made right here.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna start with our niche. Once you're ready to pick your niche, once you've picked your niche, you're gonna hit this: generate deep research prompt with AI. So what this is doing right now, I fed Buildy, I told it my whole philosophy about atomic problems and how you make software that helps people with these atomic problems. Then what it's going to do is it took a second to use AI to write out a prompt. We're going to feed deep research, and what that's going to do, so we'll go over right now. I'll actually start the session. You're going to take it into your deep research product of choice.
Yeah. Now show them how to
ChatGPT.
turn deep research on. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. You hit the plus down here and you hit deep research. So I'm going to send it. We're going to start deep researching.
And deep research is available for free on ChatGPT. I do think it's free on Gemini as well. I don't know about the others, but I know all of them have it. Some of them might make it a paid feature, but yeah, and always in deep research on ChatGPT, it'll always ask you follow-up questions. So you can either answer them or you can just do like Nick said, just tell the AI to figure it out, and then it will do it.
I like to be nice to ChatGPT, so I'll give it smiley faces and encouragement. And
so the robot overlords will be nice to you later in the future?
Exactly. That's my secret prompt engineering strategy: give smiley faces and be nice to ChatGPT, and he'll be nice to you.
So they will spare you when Skynet comes online. Yeah.
Yeah. So this will take a second. It takes anywhere from 5 to maybe 10 minutes, sometimes more. But while it's going on, I'll kind of explain what it's doing. And if you don't know what deep research is, I'll explain what that is. Actually, I wrote a little thing in my doc.
I'm curious, who here is familiar with deep research? Give me a yes or a not yet in the chat. Are you familiar with deep research or not yet? And Nick will explain it for those of you who are not. But again, in the chat, say yes or not yet when it comes to deep research. A lot of people know it. I see someone says kind of. Few not yets. But a lot of them know. A lot of them know deep research. Okay, we'll cover it for those who do not. There are some of you who do not know, so let's make sure we clear that up real quick while we're waiting for deep research to finish.
Yeah, so if you've ever heard of an AI agent, deep research is an example of one of these, meaning it can go and do work for you on your behalf independently, almost like kind of like an assistant or an employee. And when you do deep research, what's happening is ChatGPT is sending out dozens of these, what they call agents, to go and do hundreds of Google searches and web searches in the span of like just a few minutes. And what they'll do is you tell it what you want to research, and it's going to do PhD level research from these like dozens of agents doing hundreds of web searches and do hours, sometimes days of work. And it's going to condense it into like 10 minutes.
I want to point out too, Nick, that this research is based on real world data. So it's not based on the AI imagining it or hallucinating it. It's based on real world research because they literally search and crawl the web for you in real time and do,
Yes.
I mean, I don't know how many hours, it's got to be close to a dozen hours of work, and it does it in like 5 minutes or less.
Yeah. It's almost like, Fortune 500 companies. They put a lot of attention on focus groups. They'll pay a lot of money and they'll put a lot of time in to researching what real people think about their product. And that's what they base their product decisions off of. You basically get one of these Fortune 500 focus groups, and you can do it for free. On ChatGPT on the free tier. So I wrote down. I went and found
And by the way, I
what
want
you
to
get.
stress how valuable that prompt is that you made too. So the
Yeah.
prompt that the app that you created makes is incredibly valuable, and I really recommend you guys all use it. Okay, so make sure you use the app. We're going to put that. Don't go off and run off and start doing deep research. You really, really need the prompt, the right, correct prompt that Nick is going to provide you. It's very important. So don't go running off doing your own deep research yet. Okay, we'll give you access, and you guys can get started in just a few minutes.
Yeah, but on all of the major AI tools, so ChatGPT has a deep research product. That's the one we use. Gemini has one. Perplexity has one. Grok has one. They have usage limits, but all of them do. If you don't have to be a paying user of those tools. You can get deep research sessions on the free tier of all of those companies.
Yeah. And so we are moments away from cracking open Buildy and building a project. So we're
Yeah.
almost there, and that's coming up in just a moment. How's the deep research session going?
Good. We're about, I would say, 2/5 of the way done. Awesome. All right. So this was our deep research session. Took 13 minutes. That's how hard it was looking. That's how hard it scoured the web. So what it did is it went on places like Reddit, Quora, forums, wherever people are talking about their problem, and it was extracting what real people were having frustrations with, because we don't just want to use the AI's like training data to come up with ideas. We want to base it around like what real people are struggling with. And I was reading this in the background while Bill was showing off Buildy. And here are some examples, all too real. Uh, these are based off of someone who has a real problem in the r/lose it subreddit. Here's another one. There was one. There was one problem I really liked. It was this one. So this is, I notice people have a really big problem with in terms of weight loss. I hear this all the time. I'm eating so healthy. Why am I not losing weight? And then they'll think to themselves, because there's a datum in weight loss, calories in, calories out. If you consume less calories than you burn, you will inevitably lose weight. That's just a scientific fact. Um, and people think to themselves, well, I'm not in a calorie deficit. I calories in, calories out must be wrong. That's not true. They're just, this post called them well, it was stealth calories. There we go. Sneaky things, sneaky calories that snuck their way into their diet, that they weren't counting for. And so this is a problem a lot of people have. They're not counting their calories correctly. Things like peanut butter and
Yeah.
smoothies and
So,
ranch.
so let's make an app with it.
Yeah. So here's the next step. We have our problem. This is one of our atomic problems. This is the one I'm choosing. It's the stealth calorie problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to our app. This is where you paste it. You paste it here. What it's going to do is, based on Bill's prompting strategies,
And I want to point something out really, really important here too. So if ChatGPT or whatever other deep research session gives you a prompt, ignore it. Don't use that prompt. Instead, do what Nick did. He copied the description and he came back to the app, and he's going to use the prompt that the app is going to give him.
Yeah. So now we're going to generate our app. It shouldn't take that long. And what it's going to do is it's going to give us a prompt to build an app that will help with this atomic problem. So here's the prompt. I want to build an app called Calorie Whisperer. Identifies high stealth That identifies stealth high calorie foods and suggests healthier alternatives. So we're going to plug it into Buildy. We're just going to build it.
So this process here, so I'm going to jump back on here. So that process of building the app takes for the very first time you build a new project, that process takes anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, depending upon what you're building. And so that's that process I was showing you on the screen. Here, I'm going to share my screen to remind you of what's happening right now. So we'll go full screen. I'll zoom back in on this. So what Nick just did is he told Buildy what he wants. That prompt is submitted to Buildy. Buildy is creating a database. It's writing all of the code. It's making images to create that app. And it's doing the entire design for that app. Okay. And so what it will do, as soon as it is done doing all of that, that's the part that takes 3 to 5 minutes. Then it's going to publish it to the preview testing servers and show it to you in the window. So you can see it, tweak it, test it, and get it just how you want it before you hit publish. That's the process that's happening right now. And it does look like I see some action going there. So here, I'll remove me and I will add you back. Okay, so it did a bunch of stuff. Oh, did it get stuck?
It might have, yeah.
Okay, then wait a minute, wait. Oh, that's a different thing?
Yeah, different instance.
Oh, okay. What's the one that's live right now?
This one.
Oh, well, what's the other one going?
A clone, same prompt.
Oh, you re-prompted it?
I did 2 tabs, 2 projects.
Oh, okay. That might have confused it. Okay. How's the other one going? Take a look at the other one. Okay, so we can see Buildy's there doing its thing. And in that white preview window, that's where the testing environment is, and it's going to publish the app there. So you can see it thinking, and it's created an image, and you can watch as the progress as it does its thing. And so then it's going to publish that, and away you go. So at this stage, you can just use Nick's app that he created for you that we're going to give you. You can use the deep research session, and then you go back to the app, take your prompt, and put it in Buildy. And that's what can get you started down the road in the journey. So for today, this is what you're going to do. You're going to, for the next 24 hours, the first thing you're going to do is use Nick's app. You're going to go do your deep research session to find your atomic problem. Then you're going to create your prompt, paste it into Buildy, and create your first build.